In this video, I'm going to go over one or two things that we haven't gone through already, and that's to do with the foul ball and the dead ball lines and the rules on the runners, and one other thing that's peculiar when it comes to scoring the game. So I'm going to go over these two lines again, and something that you will find hopefully not that often, but when you are first starting out, these two lines are fairly important and you've got to understand the difference between them. So remember, this line here that emanates from home plate is the foul ball line, and this line here is the dead ball line. So recall, if the ball lands over this line in between these two, the ball will be considered to be foul. The batter will be credited with a strike. They will be out if it's their third strike, and any fielder can come across and catch the ball. So the most likely way to be caught in foul territory is if you pop it up here and the catcher comes across and catches you out here. That will be a P2 if you've followed our scoring and statistics video. However, what happens if the ball lands fair but then rolls foul? Well, in that instance, because the ball has landed fair and then rolled into foul territory, the ball is still alive. Okay, even though it's rolled into foul territory, the ball isn't foul. So the fielder would have to come across and throw the ball back in. The play is not then dead. People do not stop running. So long as, and this is more to do with the outfielders, so long as the ball lands fair and then rolls foul, outfielders, the ball will still be live. Infielders, it's slightly different, okay? If the ball lands fair, but then rolls foul, if it rolls foul before it crosses the first base or the third base line, so long as it rolls foul before this one, then the ball will be considered foul. So if the ball lands fair but rolls foul here, the ball is foul. The play is dead, strike. If the ball lands fair but rolls foul beyond the first and the third base bags or the first base lines, then the ball is still live and the play continues. If the ball rolls dead at any point, the ball is dead. The play stops, okay? So if the ball lands dead, it's a strike for the batter. If it's their third strike, they will be out. If the ball lands fair but rolls all the way across the foul ball line and then the dead ball line, then the play is called dead. So what does that mean for any runners? Well, let's have two runners here. Let's say the ball is hit, lands there, the runner set off, the ball rolls and lands dead. The umpire will call the play dead, dead ball, and the umpire will tell you where to go, okay? So always pay attention to the umpire, okay? However, the umpire will tell you to do this. If the ball goes dead, and the ball can go dead by landing fair and rolling out, or the most common way the ball will go dead is the ball will be thrown poorly from shortstop and it'll go past first base and land dead over here. So that's probably the most common way you'll find. A poor throw over from wrist region, the first baseman won't field it, won't catch it, and it'll go past them, it'll go dead. If that occurs, the batter, runner, or any other runners that are already on base will be awarded the base that they were running to at the time. So they were running to first, they were running to third, plus one more base. So because this batter runner was running to first, they are awarded second plus the next one. This runner was running to third, so they are awarded third place plus one other, so they technically in that case would score a run. I think that would be classified as an unearned run, so the batter there wouldn't be classed with a RBI, and the batter runner would probably be classed with an E6 if you followed our scoring numbers, so the error on behalf of the shortstop. So in that case, you don't have to worry too much about it as a batter runner because the umpire will call the play, then they will tell you where to go. Okay, don't just be looking around and wonder what's going on. Always check the umpire, always check your coach, okay? Don't be looking in the outfield at some things, they're not going to help you, okay? The umpire will tell you what to do and where to stand, so will your coach, okay? Always have your ears open. The other thing I wanted to run through very quickly is, again, something not too much to worry about individually, but you might sort of be curious about it at the time. Let's assume we've got this situation here, okay, and there are 2 outs in the inning, okay, so the fielding side only need to get 1 more out. And let's assume then that this batter hits the ball, okay, this runner down here heads for home, they throw the ball across, the runner reaches home, and then the ball is caught and the batter is out. The question is, does that runner score or not? And the answer is no. Even though the runner may have reached home plate before this play is made, before this ball is caught, if the batter is out and it is a force play, and it could be a force play at any base, if you get a force play at any base for the final out of the inning, no run will score. So you might find in this situation here with inexperienced scorers or people who just don't understand and go, oh, why didn't that score? Why didn't that count towards? If the final out is a force play, and it could be a force play with the batter runner, it could be a force play with the runner at second, even if this runner here gets to the place before that catch is made, it still doesn't count. However, if you had this situation where the batter gets to first, so they hit a nice ball, lands in the outfield, they round second base, head towards second, the runner comes in, they are now no longer forced, so the play for the fielding side is a tag out. It's not just a force play. The ball comes in and they are tagged out. If that tag out is the final out, so long as the runner scored, that run will count because the final out isn't a force play. So there have been some instances where people will score a run on a force play. The umpire will you'll generally hear them say, run does not score. So the batter is out, run doesn't score, okay? However, if the final out is a tag play, so long as that runner reaches home plate before the tag is made, then the run will score. So if you are this person here on third base, even though you know that the out is probably going to be made, you need to get there before any play is made, okay? You can't just go, oh, it's out, I'm just going to take my time. Because if that batter runner makes it, then they have a chance of getting you out, okay? And I've definitely coached a game before where that's happened, okay? This runner here has sauntered down, they haven't run very fast, they've taken the time, the batter's run round, the tag has been made, so that batter was out and they were still walking down to home plate, okay? So if they'd have managed to get there, the run would have scored, but because they took their time and were just watching the play, the tag was made for the third out before they reached it, so obviously they don't score. So a couple more rules that you just need to be aware of, okay? Don't worry too much about it. The umpire should always know what's going on. If you've got any questions, any more rules you want me to go through, just let me know and I'll record some more of these videos.